So guys, I am here at Barcelona for the launch of Yamaha's 2023 MT125 and R125. Now this video specifically is going to be about the MT125, so I'll take you along for the ride and let you guys know what I think about it. So if that sounds like it's of interest, stick around, I'll roll the intro and I'll see you after it. So guys, Yamaha's MT125 starts at £5,102. Don't know where they got the 2 from, but here we are. And it is available in 3 different colours. Now today, the majority of us riders are on the Cyan Storm, which is kind of an iconic MT colour option. You've got the cyany tealy wheels and graphics along with the red. Then here we've got the Icon Blue, and then we have our back rider who is on the Tech Black. Let's start her up. Super. Oh, side step. Oh, it's begun. Gotta love it, haven't you? Launch pressure, launch pressure. No, we'll make up for it, I'm sure. Oh, Barcelonian sunshine. Is that even a saying? Barcelonian sunshine. Okay, here we go. So marketing guffage would tell you that this is a 15 brake horsepower 125, but it is actually 14.7 because that I believe is kind of like the legal power limit of the 125s. So one of the cool things about this bike is, even though it is a 125 and you associate 125s with being a little bit basic Barry, you know, not much going on, you actually have something called Yamaha's VVA, which is variable valve actuation. Oh, you know what? This is a fast 125. Yeah, this 125 can get a hustle on when it needs to. Okay. Yeah, I've ridden a few 125s where you're working with like 9 brake horsepower, so to get 14.7 is quite nice. It holds its own. So yeah, variable valve actuation is basically, it's like variable valve timing, if you will, where when this bike gets to 7,400 RPM, it switches the use of its cams, so it uses a low lift cam. Then when it gets to 7,400 revs, it switches to a radical high lift cam. And the reason for this is just so that you've got continued torque when you hit that sort of mark. Normally that's where it's starting to dip on the power curve, but not with VVA. Oh, I can't wait to get this bike on the coastal roads. Oh, life is pretty good. Little rippers, Barcelona sunshine. One of the things that kind of struck me about this bike when I sat on it, when you first throw your leg over it and, you know, look down at everything that's in front of you, it does not feel like a 125. It genuinely does have kind of big bike feel to it. I definitely think it was like a 300, 400, maybe just to look down at, maybe even like a 600 at a push. Like English biker Dan behind me, he said that when he sits on it, it's almost like kind of reminiscent of the size of his SV650. So that was kind of nice to hear from his perspective, and I understand what he's saying. It does, you know, feel chunky for a 125. In terms of making it seem a bit bigger than a 125 as well, we've got a 140 rear section on the tyre. It's like this, we're doing 70 miles an hour and it's doing it comfortably. When I say comfortably, obviously it's like it's a 125, but it's not screaming to the point where I feel sorry for it. In terms of tank, we have a 10-litre tank. With regards to seat height, it is 810mm, and with the weight, it is 142 kilograms, which is super light. Okay, hopefully we're on our way to some good roads. We've got some good rubber on it. They put Michelin Pilot streets on. The indicator's feel in a nice place. It's very natural where they are. The switchgear is actually very basic but very lovely. Just straightforward, clear. We've got a little swirly wheel here which rotates through a central information point or central information tray, so you can see your trip and stuff like that. And then if we look at the dash, okay Yamaha, so we've got a 5-inch TFT. It's inverted screen, so it's got a black background, white letters pop. Very in keeping with the whole MT range theme, the dark side of Japan. Brakes, we have a single front disc, as you do with a lot of 125, and we have a radially mounted front caliper. Suspension, we have upside down 41mm in diameter KYBs. Yamaha have had huge success with the MT range. We watched a presentation last night and they were saying that they've sold 370,000 units just in Europe alone. Obviously that's a mix of all the MT range, but it's still quite a big number. I think it's quite good that we're taking this bike through some built up areas, kind of town trafficy type situations, because I feel like in the real world that's what this bike is going to be used for, a naked 125. I mean specifically for the UK make excellent, you know, commuter bikes. I do feel like it is one of the nicer looking 125s on the market. I know that the MT range is kind of divisive in how it looks, specifically as you get further up the MT ladder with the 10. I know a lot of people think it looks like a transformer, and a lot of people think that's really cool, but some people don't like it. So what do you guys think of the MT range, the styling that they've gone for? Let me know. This is the lovely coastal route. So pretty, so nice. Since we were riding along the lovely coastal route and there was a nice place to stop off, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you guys the bike in a bit more detail. One of the things that I think is really good about the Yamaha MT125 is that there are lots of accessories available so that you can really customise this bike and get it exactly how you like. For example, there is a sport pack available which will set you back £483.90. In that pack you get a tank pad, a fly screen, a tail tidy, LED indicators front and rear, and engine protection as well. Delving deeper into Yamaha's accessory catalogue, you can get heated grips for £181. There is a rear seat bag available at £282, and surprisingly they do offer an upgraded rear shock, which is actually Öhlins and is available for £764. Finally, if you want to put a different exhaust system on, they do a titanium full exhaust system,
at £1,039, or if you prefer a black exhaust system, they do that as well for £1,079. All these accessories for a 125, big win Yamaha, big win.
So sorry, going back to the screen, some things that it has that I really like. We have the speedometer, very nice and clear. We have the fuel range, very clear as well. And we have a nice big gear indicator. Your eyes can't miss it, and I love that. It's particularly good, I think, to have gear indicators on 125s because they are aimed at newer riders. And I mean, I've been riding 15 years, and because I jump on that many different bikes, sometimes it's obviously you should be able to know when you need to change gear by the sound of it being too high in the revs, or if it's, you know, having a paddy because it's too low, obviously then you need to change. But sometimes it's nice just to know exactly what gear you're in on like an approach to a bend or something, like on big bikes. So I can imagine that it's even more comforting for somebody that's quite new to riding to know exactly what gear they're in, so they just feel completely in control. I like that. So MT125, we're stepping up. We've got a few cool little things actually. We have traction control on a 125. We have a slipper clutch, which again is just great for newer riders in case they drop a gear a little bit too soon. It just stops, you know, the back locking up and panicking you. So that's quite a nice touch to have that on the little 125. Wait there, hold your horses. Oh nice. I love old BMs. I love them. I've got to be on my best behaviour. I've got English biker down behind scrutinising my every move. As with every 125, the steering is super keen. Literally, they've got no weight to them. One thing that's quite nice is from here you can see the cyan wheel. You can see like the hub, it kind of just sticks out and gives it a pop of colour from behind. That's quite a nice visual. Wow. It is fun just ripping around on the little bikes. So much fun. Roads like this. Flippity flap. Around we go. Just keeps going. Keep it lent over. Bit of a bump there. Handled it lovely. Woohoo! Nice. Bump there as well. Fifth gear pinned, come on. the clutch is great on this thing. Just bobbed it into fourth then for a bit more zest in my step. And then I just handled it lovely. When it's dark with the shadows, it's never very good. The Shadowlands. These roads are so twisty, they're so good. So guys, we have just got back on the MT125, so from a day riding around Barcelona, we've tackled town riding, we've tackled twisties on this thing, and it's been an absolute blast. Now, one of the things that I really like about this bike is that to look at it from when you're sat on it, it doesn't look like a 125. It has a real big bike feel, which I think is really, really good, because you can have a lot of bikes that are 125s where you jump on it and it does feel like you're on a small, you know, not so powerful bike. But with this, you actually feel like you have a good presence on the road, which I think is really good. The seat height of this bike is 810 millimeters. Now, if you watch my channel, you will know that I am a 5'4" individual with a 29-inch inseam, and for me to sit on this bike, this is what it's like. So if I'm to have both feet down, we do have kind of the balls of my feet down and a little bit more. My heel's not quite touching the ground, but for both feet down, I think that's pretty good. And obviously you guys know that when I stop at lights anyway, we've got a full leg down, we've got some weight shifted over, and yeah, I would say that it is a very manageable height. Now, for the riding position, we have a nice bend in the knee. It's not too aggressive, not too extreme. It's quite comfy. It's what you would expect from a naked bike. And then we have some nice flat bars that are quite wide, so you're quite upright, kind of sit up and beggy, and yeah, I quite like that. I think it's good for leverage around town. It's just comfortable, and if you're doing a lot of commuting, that's a great thing. Other things we have a 5-inch TFT dash. It's absolutely beautiful. It's inverted, so we have a black background with white lettering for kind of a racy look. On there you can see everything that you need to see, and it's very accessible from the spinny wheel on the switchgear on the right hand side. All in all, I have had a phenomenal day riding the MT125, as you can probably see in the ride footage. We've tackled some twisties, we've thrown it around a bit, and we've had such good fun. But I want to know what you guys think of the Yamaha MT125. Let me know in the comments below, is it something that appeals to you? This is Cyan Storm, and it is one of their brighter colours, very bold and loud, and I think it's quite fun and funky, and I'm a fan of it, but let me know what you guys think. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this vlog on Yamaha's MT125. If you have enjoyed it and you want to see more stuff like this, hit the subscribe button. It always helps my channel, and you guys will get notified when my videos go live. And yeah, until the next time guys, take care, ride safe and look after each other. Bye!
Are you filming?
Yeah, man.
Can't park there.
Can't park there, mate.
Park there.
Sorry, mate. I do what I want. Okay. All in all, I have had, I sound so British. That's a great thing